Oh, well, with that out of the way, welcome to the Knights of the Knights of the Round Table podcast. Now I am messing this up because I am nervous.
You had one job.
I've never done the intro.
Get your freaking phone voice out of here. Use your normal voice.
I'm sorry.
Hello everyone and
Hello.
welcome to the Knights of the Round Table. No.
Welcome to the Knights of the Kitchen Table podcast. The only podcasting where we talk about things that no one really cares about.
Not the only
That's
one.
facts, yeah.
That's facts.
No, there are plenty.
But in all seriousness, today, I don't know, I'm nervous and I completely forgot everything I was
You
going to say.
forgot what we gonna do. You had one.
I did.
You requested this?
I did. I am nervous.
To be fair, I've been doing this for like a couple years now, so
You
I
gotta
get over the
practice.
beginning.
Yeah.
Social anxiety sucks. You got this. I believe in you, boo-boo.
You just start
You
off
got-
with, what's going on, guys? The Nerdy Steve here.
Screw you. Oh my
But yes,
god.
welcome to the Knights of the Kitchen Table podcast. Today we are talking about many things. That doesn't
And
matter
nothing.
because today I'm starting the intro and I'm nervous and I keep messing this up because I forgot everything I said.
You can do it. What are our topics of the day?
Doesn't matter because I have to introduce everyone. I am Esteban, also known as Sparrow, co-host of the Knights of the Kitchen Table podcast.
I am the Nerdy Steve, the another co-host of the Kitchen Table podcast and whatnots. See, now you got me all messed up with your intro.
I'm sorry, I was nervous. And finally, I guess we
I'm
have.
Jen, Nerdy Potato, and I'm here.
Drop my pen. All right.
Smoothest intro ever. That was the worst. Like,
It
hand
is the
signal.
worst human
It's the best.
error intro
I
ever.
think
Wow.
we did great, guys.
We did great. All right, so this is it, and have a wonderful night. Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
with nerves and jitters out of the way,
No.
today we'll be talking about E3. Our hopes, dreams, and realities for what it may bring or what it may not bring. We have a plethora of topics to talk about, and I think it's only fair to start with the Nintendo Direct that will happen, last week?
That happened yesterday.
Yesterday?
Well, in the live version of the podcast was actually yesterday, but since a lot of you won't be hearing the this version over on our YouTube, which is at
YouTube.com/NerdySteve007.
exactly. It happened 2 weeks ago, because this won't be going up till June, like mid-June.
Basically, right after E3.
Yeah, like basically right after E3. So before we get into that, make sure to
June 20th.
give us all like a follow over on our YouTube, as well as our newly added freaking Twitter, not YouTube, over at our like Twitter at KOKT Cast, as well as giving each of us like a follow in our own perspective like social media at the Nerdy Steve,
The Nerdy Sparrow.
Nerdy Potato
I still gotta
017.
change yours.
I changed mine.
I still gotta change yours.
I
on
changed
the,
mine. I
on
had to
layout.
fit in with the crowd.
And once again, we are missing our at the Poppy Flay.
'Cause
Unfortunately, he's
chefing it up.
yeah, he's been like at work. Trying to get that bread.
And speaking of bread, transition is terrible. Nintendo Direct.
So for the Nintendo Direct, we got a good amount of information that happened on June 5th, 2019, about the Pokemon Sword and Shield. We got a little bit of gameplay, we got a little more mechanic, we got some new Pokemon revealed, we got some other stuff that we're going to be talking about. So to lead off with it, let's talk about the new mons are gonna be in the game itself.
First of all, I've only known Wooloo for like 5 minutes, but if anything happened to it, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Must protect Wooloo. Okay, so
Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference. Watch that show. It's great.
So we got since like we're starting with Wooloo. Wooloo was one of the newer like creations from the Galar region. It's a sheep Pokemon that has it was fluffy and run away, and it's just a normal type, which it gave me the impression of Furfro.
Yeah, Furfur.
From Gen 6. It's a cute Pokemon, not one of my favorites, but like from the ones that were recently revealed. How about you, Esteban?
All I hope is that it does a thing like it does. Remember Burmy from Diamond and Pearl?
Yes.
Remember how the male would be Mothim and the female would be Wormadam?
Yeah.
I want to see something that for Wooloo. Like
Okay,
a male Wooloo will evolve into like a ram.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, that
and
is...
a female would be like
sheep.
a more feminine sheep.
With eyelashes.
That is actually... I have not heard that theory yet.
Nobody.
No
I
one-
am bringing it to the table.
That was the first time that I actually heard that. How about you, Jen? How about for Wooloo?
It made me think more of like Mareep, where it's gonna evolve into something weirdly majestic. But
But it's
I
just a
like
normal
that
time.
idea.
I really like that idea, though.
Yeah.
I really do so. So the next Pokemon that got introduced was Gossifleur.
Gossifleur.
Yeah, the grass type.
When
Pokemon.
I saw it, I swore on my life it was going to be a grass fairy because of the design.
It looked like it looked like a grass fairy. A lot of people were saying that
grass is kind of upsetting.
They might change it for the next evolution.
No.
What is
No,
the
it's
next
pure
evolution?
grass again. I think.
Yes. The next evolution, it actually evolves
Eldergoss.
evolves into Eldergoss. All the information is actually on the Pokemon website.
Yeah.
Like for those.
They did
4
a string
Pokemon.
of tweets.
Unfortunately, during the whole reaction and the post reaction that was also on my live stream on June 5th, we actually thought that it was going to be a grass fairy as well, and then we did more like information deep. We dig into more like information and found out it's just pure grass type, which isn't bad, but it's just one of the worst typing per se. And we definitely should. And like, it should have been at least like a fairy type. It looks like a fairy type.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been a fairy type.
What are your thoughts on it? Like it, dislike it?
I like the design overall. Again, had it been a fairy type, I get it. They don't want to overplay the fairy type because it does counter dragons pretty hard.
Yeah.
But actually, what was the name of the water rock type turtle?
We're gonna move into that.
No. It actually had refers to that. What was the name of it?
Dreadnought.
A Dreadnought. I was really hoping it would be a dragon type.
Yeah, we're gonna move into that.
No, I'll say though, because I feel the reason they didn't do that, they just needed something to counter it. And because it's a rock water type, had it been a grass fairy, they would have had to introduce a dragon type early on into the
I
game.
don't think so. Not that early on, because even with that, if they would have done that, then it would have given the Corviknight a bigger reason of being a steel type.
Yeah, again, that's more of it. But overall, for Gossifleur and Eldergoss, I like the designs. They're pretty cool. Had they had the fairy typing, that would have definitely been a ringer for like best Pokemon design.
Jen?
I don't like any of the flowers ever. Literally, there are no flower
Dang,
Pokemon.
heat.
No, seriously, there are like no flower
Well,
Pokemon that I
Bobsum is
really
one of your
like.
favorites.
That's not a flower.
That is actually based
it's
off a
dead
flower.
flower.
That's actually based on a flower.
Okay. Because most of the flower ones are like fairy, and I don't like fairy, ever. There's really nothing I like that's a fairy.
I just don't like. I love like the design that it went with it. It looks good. The designs itself for these 4 that we got, well 5 that we got,
I like
gives me high hopes of the rest of the Pokemon in this region, but just not a grass person. I don't know why. It's just a plant. If it was a fairy type, sure, I might have liked it a little bit more just because it fits what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because then you have
It's also based off of like Europe, which is like the home of fairy tales, which would be so fitting for that.
But you know, you can't always have anything.
I feel like that is a little bit more like French because it's Gossifleur.
Yeah,
no.
True.
And it's the way it's spelled, it's the way it's put together. I'm a grass person, but I don't like the plants much.
Okay, so and the next one would be Dreadnought, since you mentioned it. Absolutely, one of my favorites that was introduced out of these.
The guy whose whole thing is a Squirtle, a turtle, loves the turtle.
It was a
you can't be serious.
I wasn't expecting to really put. Well, actually, that's who is it? Actually, I like Torterra. I like Grotto. I like Turtwig.
Yeah.
Caracosta
I loved Caracosta's design.
I'm a little iffy on.
I loved his design. It fit.
It was
the proto turtle.
Like the first evolution. I can't remember his name right now.
Frick on a stick.
Right? It's just one that we don't normally use.
Tiratuga.
Yeah. Name, love it. Design, love it. But Caracosta, it just...
You were on the fence.
I was still on the... I'm still like on the fence on it. It's good for what it was in Gen 5. It's better than like Archeops. 100%. Because like Archeops just...
Archeops.
Horrible. But like Caracosta is just not there. But the Snapping Turtle Pokemon, the Bite Pokemon, literally... And it's like a description says that it is like going to be surprisingly fast for what it looks like. That thing's got some beefy legs.
Well, I was like, the thing I said again, the reason I want it to be a dragon type, like
It
when I
looks
was
like a
so
dragon type,
disappointed when I heard it was a water rock, I'm like, we already have a bunch of water rock types from the fossils. We really did not need that. Had it been rock dragon, I would have liked it better, or like dragon water. So there's something dragon, because it really does look like a dragon turtle.
It does have that face of a dragon.
It's the main face.
It's the main face. It reminds me of Drudagon.
Drudagon, yeah.
Where like the face,
yeah,
it looks like a dragon.
The design was weird for Drudagon. It was so weird for me.
I like it.
No, it got weirder for me when I watched it in the anime. It got super weird in the anime.
The reason why it looks like a dragon is because it's a snapping. It's based off a snapping turtle.
Yeah.
Again,
snapping turtle is like a prehistoric.
It's a
It just
animal.
doesn't fit the rock typing. For
I
me.
love it so much.
I said, had it been like
I'm
dragon
putting it
water.
on my team. I'm putting it on my team. It's my
same.
baby.
I really
it.
would have like,
I've
unless it
already
evolves
got a
into
name
a
for
bigger
it.
turtle, that's a dragon.
I don't think that one's gonna evolve.
I
That
would
way.
hope so.
I want
I
it
will
to
hope
evolve.
so, but I don't think he's going to
But I
evolve because he looks already big enough.
Yeah, but
I
I'm saying
don't see
I was a
I don't see
Blastoise-esque
I don't see
evolution.
dragon. No.
Not like, bipedal and has cannons, but maybe like...
If it does evolve, I say only once.
Yeah, one evolution, one and
Yeah.
done. You know, not like 1, 2, 3 into a Blastoise-esque.
So yes or nay on
Design,
Dreadnought?
yes. Typing,
No.
Jen?
All of it, yes.
All of
All
it,
of
yes. Like design wise, yes. Half the typing, yes. Rock type, don't know how it's a rock type, but
It makes sense because it's a
snapping turtle.
but
it
even
lives
then,
in
it's
the
just
water.
it's just unless you are a fossil, that's like
It
a
is
turtle.
a fossil.
it's
But it's
a
not,
living fossil. It's
That's
like
why
relic,
they
yeah.
put rock type, because a snapping turtle is like a fossil.
It's more like a tank. Have you messed with a snapping turtle?
But if you look at what they base most of their Pokemon on, it's like legends or animals that really exist.
I know,
Technically, they got the rock from it. From my guessing,
Because it's
is
tough. It's the
because
shell.
it's tough, because it's a snapping turtle,
They
because
mainly
it's
live
based
in
or like
muddy
even
water.
like the steel typing at least make it
It
that much durable.
That could be
But-
a
Yeah,
good
like-
evolution.
But like if it does evolve, make it into
That
like
would be a
a
good
water steel will
evolution.
be incredible typing, and it
like
would
it's toughening its defenses.
it would become less weak to the stupid grass type that we have now. 'Cause
Yeah,
now
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
4 times weak to that grass type.
Exactly. I'm like, if Gossifleur is not till later in the game, I'll be okay with Draenor. If so long as they don't appear at the same time, because then it just defeats the purpose of having one or the other.
True.
It adds crap. I'm blanking out on the word. Diversity. There we go. Into like the typings and the types of moves you can have, but it just.
It's just
Unless
not
they're
the thing.
game exclusives, like you get one early.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope that at least like Dreadnought comes in Sword because I'm getting Sword.
It makes more sense for Shield though.
It does make more sense to Shield, but I still want it.
But then again, it also makes sense for the Pokemon Company to swap because
reasons.
Reasons.
So the fan favorite for a lot of people, the biggest fan favorite right now is going to be
Corviknight.
Corviknight. Corviknight is a flying steel taxi man.
Okay, so I will throw meme culture in there here quick. I saw something on Facebook. It was a Populio page that I normally share my stuff. It goes like, it shows Skarmory and then Corvalier. It's like Linkin Park, not even once.
Oh my god.
I love him.
Cause he.
I love him.
I want to say I want Corviknight to have a pre-evolution that's just a little black chick.
That would be cute. That would be really, really cute.
I want it to have a pre-evolution that is more adorable than anything on this planet.
Like
It's just a pure flying type or a normal flying type.
Yeah.
It's just a small fluff ball of blackness.
I want it.
I'm bringing things to the table that people didn't know.
Right? Like
I spent all day all 2 days thinking about
I
this.
just figured it wouldn't have like an evolution. They would probably add like a pre-evolution like later on, like they do with a lot of them.
Like considering the way that they explained it, there's like nothing stronger than that flying type in that region.
It's so awesome.
It's not going to evolve.
Lore based.
I love it.
Lore based.
Yeah, lore based is not going to like evolve. So it could have like a baby like Pokemon, which would be cute as hell. But
they might
it could do it from the
now.
like instance. Like
I got an idea.
What
if it does have a baby Pokemon, but it could evolve into either Corviknight or Skarmory?
That would be way too much.
Too much, but think about it.
Mm-mm.
Which is actually really funny because like now they bring up like Skarmory, one of my friends like from the Neat Squad absolutely hates Skarmory because it's stolly. It's a it has really nice like typing, like flying steel. It's just an amazing typing for being a wall, but he loves Corviknight. I'm like,
hypocrite.
They're two sides of the same coin, bruh. What you mean? It was like, but wait, do you like Celesteela? Oh, I love Celesteela. Two sides of the same coin. What are you talking about?
The thing he hates is the thing he loves.
It's just.
There's a fine line.
I love Skarmory too.
There's a fine line between love and hate.
Yeah, like I love Skarmory in league battles.
It could be that the design as well. It could be the design has a little more.
Even like
because Celesteela. Again, I have things about Celesteela, but that's not
it. It's I'm Pinhead Larry. It's kind of like a meme lore itself, but in the competitive sense, all three of them are probably gonna. I doubt that Corviknight is going to be a bulky boy though. He probably will have like base 100, 110 defense, if anything, but it's gonna be a much higher attack.
I was gonna say
lower special defense.
I was gonna say a higher attack and higher speed, but he's not. He's basically gonna be able to blast.
I don't think he's gonna have speed, even though he's just like
lore-wise attacks. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, if you're gonna be a Pokemon that goes from point A to point B all the time, you got to be able to hit fast and get out fast and keep moving. Opposed to like Skarmory, which is a bird that grew up in thistles and thorns.
Yeah.
That's what made it hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Like lore-wise, it should be pretty cool to see how they're going to implement, like, its stats. So those were the only mons that we were introduced so far, but we did get more information that there's pretty much a good amount of the Pokemons are going to be in this game by just the trailer. We already saw like a lot of like Gen 1 mons. We saw in the trailer we saw Milotic, we saw Tyranitar, we saw Golurk, Ghastly, we saw. So we know that
there's a lot of returning mons, yeah.
The variety is going to be broad. So now that we talk about all the new mons that we're getting,
we've got to.
I was getting to that. I was actually getting to that. Now that we got all the ones that we're getting, here's the ones that we don't know the typing, but we know what we're actually going to get from them. It's going to be the two box legends, Zacian and Samacenta. Your favorites.
Samacenta.
Which is the shield on his
Pokemon.
face, like Pokemon, and the Zacian is the wolf like with the sword on his mouth, which I absolutely love that part.
It literally
it's
all I've gotten from that is Sif from
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls,
I heard
which
that
is the best
from
boy.
my friend.
Which he is the best boy. His lore is heartbreaking.
When we did the reaction, I was actually in a voice chat with my friend like Kristen, and she actually like said that the exact same thing, that it is like the same dude from the Dark Souls.
Yeah, Sif.
So that actually made it. I'm like, okay, I've never played Dark Souls.
I will tell you, like, the reason I like Zamazenta better is his design feels more organic. Zacian feels like it's a wolf that found a sword on the floor.
Oh, probably he was
How
born
dare
with it.
you? He was a good boy.
He is a good boy. I'm not saying that. I feel like his design is weaker in the sense that it's not as organic as Zamazenta.
Yeah, but Shield Dude makes me think of Solgaleo.
it has a lot of similarities.
It
has heavy Soul Galeo.
Like his whole design makes me think so, and that's where I absolutely in the first introduced them too. So I was like, no, not so Galio again. And then you saw Sashian come out of nowhere. So I'm like, yes, I will take that all day. It's gonna be frail.
I just don't like the fact that it's a dog with a sword in its mouth.
I have a feeling
I feel like that's why when I texted you, I felt like Samurot's design was wasted. The theming for it. Because it's organic swords that come out. It's like shell swords that it pulls out to fight. That feels organic compared to a wolf with an actual forged sword in its mouth.
Feel like the way they introduced it was with him already in his attack mode, but I feel like he's going to be able to put that sword away itself.
How? It has no opposable thumbs.
No, like somewhere around the side there'll be a kind of holster where he can put it down. Again, it all depends on how they go about
with it. But it's
an
an actual sword. It's not like a weapon that a Pokemon finds out in the wild.
And Fartress has an actual leak part of his design. It's the same thing.
The leek is a freaking vegetable, though, that you can find anywhere, and it's based off mythology.
But it's part of his actual
where
design.
did he get the sword?
Where did he get the leek?
I feel like
this is the
nobody had a leek in the legendary ones. So
number one legendary.
I feel like this is the same issue people had when Blastoise evolved into Blastoise, and they're like, why did we put cannons on a turtle? It looks cool, but that makes no sense.
But I feel like he's actually gonna put the sword away. That's the thing.
Or it be something where he's in attack mode, and now all of a sudden he's got a sword. I get it. It's a little weird.
Again, we're applying logic to a children's video game, which
and also it's the legend, so he was already had it.
I didn't.
Okay, and all the legendaries that have ever existed, they're legendary Pokemon. They've existed for a long time. They existed before mankind most of the time. Swords is a human concept. Actual swords. Not tool usage, actual sword.
It all depends on how they put the lore into it. Because maybe his shield was actually not part of himself. Probably was attached to him.
The design is way too organic to say it's not attached.
But you can say it's not.
You got the Soul Galeo feels. It's organic.
No.
Which makes it...
No.
For
the Soul Galeo, that's all organic. You can tell that he's actually made of metal. But for him, you can easily put that he can that it was put on him as well as armor. It might be depending on the region itself, it can be that way too.
Again, I just felt like
it all depends on how they go about
design. Lore can only do so much for me in this specific instance.
I didn't think they were gonna do dogs.
I saw that coming.
The wolves.
I thought it was gonna be.
Well, wolves are dogs.
It doesn't
dogs
matter.
Are wolves.
There are way too many dogs.
A square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle can't be a square.
They love dogs and they love cats, and they need to get away from it and do something.
Well, they did dragons for the longest time.
I thought they were gonna do something like, what's the giant sword's name?
Aegislash?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna do something kind of like that, but more animalistic with it.
Oh my god! I just remembered something that I freaking came up with.
I figured they would do something like that. I didn't expect this.
Well, with the design of the logo, you can tell that it was going to be a wolf. It was
going to be dogs, yeah. Well, wolves.
With the design of just the logo having a wolf's head.
Yeah,
as part of the sword and shield logo.
I feel like for something that was supposed to be so epic, they could have done.
But there's gonna be a third legend, which we don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah. All I'm saying though, I feel like a lot. Like I said, I'm gonna backtrack to something with Pokemon Sword, Shield, and Gun. Yeah.
Magic.
Samurai's design as a samurai with a sword. Okay, that I felt wasted. But now this makes me think of the sword trio from Black and White.
Yeah.
And those designs feel so much more weaker because they could have been applied better now. Because now I'm thinking of all wasted potential.
Again, you're also thinking 05 or 06 to 2019.
Yeah. But I'm saying the team could have pulled.
Evolve.
Yeah, I'm saying
with the time.
I feel like the team could have pulled from that. Like, all right, we have the sword trio and the 3 musketeers and the 4th one that dies easily.
Yeah.
And then we have samurai. Is there a way we can pull ideas from these designs so we don't have a dog running with the? I was like, what do you have in your mouth? A knife! No! We literally got that meme.
Yeah.
Which this made me.
It all depends on how they go about with it. Because like again, sword and shield, it had to have a sword somehow.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do a wolf, how are you gonna put a wolf?
It's
like
sword tail.
That would have been a little off for me. Like if that would have happened, I would have like been with a shield 100%.
Well, the only reason is I also have the Monster Hunter background. There is a literal T-Rex with a sword tail that it sharpens with its teeth.
Okay,
that's what I was thinking.
But like you have a T-Rex that's bipedal, not. Is it bipedal?
Bipedal.
So, yeah, bipedal. Exactly. So like you can actually like again, and also a T-Rex uses his tail a lot.
Also,
wolves don't really use their tail to attack.
Metal Garurumon.
That would be copying like Digimon, which they did as well.
Just
which
saying.
they did. But like that's also 2 different kind of swords. But I like the way that they use this sword.
But you're seeing where I'm pulling from for the design. I'm like, they had a plethora. Obviously, Digimon would feel like it's ripping it off.
Yeah.
So obviously, you gotta nix that. But the Musketeer trio, Samurai, far fucking fetched. You have
Farfetch'd doesn't count. He's carrying a vegetable.
It's a duck with a leak from. It's a myth. I know it's a Japanese myth.
It's still carrying a vegetable.
You have a psychic mom with spoons. We can't really say much about the whole design wise of anything around here nowadays.
I know. I'm just.
But I personally enjoy sword. You enjoy shield.
Those 1990s. I can't do the chicken meme that SpongeBob did.
I'll figure out what I want at some point.
I still like. I do love the sleek design overall. But what kills me?
He's slick as hell. Though.
Sword in the mouth is what kills me, but everything else, I love.
I love the color palette of the other one.
You're saying it's Zaishian? I kind of in my head, the way I saw it from my dyslexic brain every now and then, I read it as Zycan, like a lichen.
No, well, it can kind of be like a lichen, but they said it as
Zaishian. I know.
Yes.
I'm never gonna remember either of those names. I'm gonna say.
Zamacenta is the one name I can't remember for some reason.
Sword Pupper and Shield Pupper.
Oh yeah, no, Zamacenta. I'm not gonna remember his name. I only remember.
I love his name.
Twitch chat reminded me.
I absolutely love his name. I love his color scheme. I love that they're both pretty much the same like color scheme because it makes them feel more blended together and have more of a. You can only get this in Sword, but they're very similar to each other.
Though,
but the shield part doesn't. I can't go.
Okay,
so it looks like a mane. It makes him look more like a lion.
You know what? You know what that made me think about though? I'm like how they were created by accident. You know how they always how this Pokemon was created.
So Mewtwo?
No, ready? There's an Aegis Slash in the woods somewhere, and these 2 wolves just are playing, and then one rams his head into Aegis Slash's shield,
one grabs the shield,
and
one grabs the sword.
Exactly. One rams his head through the shield like, I'm stuck.
No more Angus Slash ever in the world.
Exactly.
We got 2 lane Pokemon killing them all off.
Like,
Lunala comes over, picks them up, so Galio picks the other one up, and they put them in the dimensions, and then they match.
I'm just saying though, like, and basically, Zycan's like, let me try to get you out with this sword I found. It's just a Geoslash just fighting. No, there we go.
God. Okay, so.
Oh, we spent too much time on that.
We spent a lot of time
memes
in just like the legends.
Because we're literally on opposite sides on this, so.
So the new mechanic that was introduced in the Pokemon Direct was a little bit iffy for me. It's called Dynamaxing or Dynamax, which is pretty much a 3-turn Z move.
You know what it reminded me of though?
What happened?
Attack on Titan.
Everyone's saying that, which is cool. It's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being a meme because everyone's gonna make a meme out of it.
Oh yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts on that on Dynamaxing? Yes, no, maybe so.
I don't know.
What just?
He just touched my knee.
Just to throw her off. I knew she was gonna expect it.
I like the idea that you can't make him super strong because
for too long.
Yeah, because then you'll have like an Ultra Necrozma type of issue, and it's not fun for anybody.
It's a little bit more balanced.
You can't really come up with any other types of stones or evolutions or Z things to make things. They're running out of stuff.
I wanted more megas.
They're running out of stuff.
They might do more megas.
So,
it's a rumor.
I feel like they should add more megas, but I think they feel like they need to like up their game because of a new system and make everything brand new. I like the fact that you only have like 3 turns for it and it's only in certain places, so no one can really abuse it. I like that fact. I just want to see how they're going to incorporate that in like actual like playing it besides just in the game.
Oh, so like
in the card games, in the tournaments, in
Okay, so like it'll be
the anime,
GX, Tag Team, Dynamax.
Yeah, how are they gonna put that all together? How are they gonna make that work?
It could be.
I'm actually interested in how they're gonna put it in the anime.
Remember how they did the DX card when you had the gold one that you would put on top of...
those were the break cards.
The break cards, there we go. That's what I was trying to think. I couldn't remember the name.
And the break cards were actually... they never did that in the game itself, but only in the TCG.
But I'm saying, though, a mechanic like that for the TCG.
Okay, so like a...
But it would behave like a
Dynamax.
GX card, so if you knocked out that...
like you'll get 2 instead of just 1. Okay.
And it would still be on the, you only have like 3 turns at this buffed up HP and attack, or whatever.
That would be a little bit tricky, cause
you know what I mean, but it's a turn based.
Like that'll be a little bit tricky. What are your opinions on the Dynamax? Oh my god. Okay.
I think it's different. I like the fact that it's going to be a community based thing where if you are online and you run into a bunch of people, you can raid battle basically.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that they took that from Pokemon Go.
We'll go into that after, but for the Dynamax, it's pretty much just a 3-turn Z move, which is good to an extent for the competitive itself, because then you have to be more thoughtful of what you're going to do.
They do a Dynamax once per battle.
Exactly.
I like a Z move.
It depending on how they're going to implement the Dynamax, is it going to be a held item? Like the Mega Stone are...
I don't think it is.
If it's not, then do Mega-like evolutions will be able to Dynamax? If so, how broken is that going to be in the competitive sense when it comes to ban listing? Like VGC, when you VGC, if it's a 2v2, it's one of your mons gonna be able to Dynamax while the other's not going to be.
I was gonna say, I feel like they'll probably balance it like this. If you Dynamax, you can't use a Z move or Mega Evolve. And if you Mega Evolve, you can't use a Dynamax or Z Crystal.
Like as right now, you can have a Mega and a Z Crystal user like in the same team, and you can have one that's Mega and one that's one like
Z Crystal.
I'm saying though,
but you can't have a Pokemon that Dynamaxes and then Mega Evolves, or Dynamaxes and uses Z move. It's either you Dynamax and you shut those 2 options out, or you can keep those 2 options.
I feel like they're gonna give you something like they do with the Mega Evolution and the Z Crystal. You need to have something for that specific Pokemon in order for it to be able to
that's now
Dynamax
over God knows how many items you need to keep in consideration.
Yeah.
So now you have Mega Stones, Mega Stones, Z Crystals, and now a Dynamax item per Pokemon. That's a lot of work for designing.
It actually seems like a lot, but again, we also have a new system that can hold that much information now. Where before, if this was in the DS, we would not be getting.
I'm not saying information wise. I'm saying like from designing every item perspective, and coding and programming. Like Z Crystals, you got 1 batch, and then Oros did another batch, or was it Oros did 1 batch?
That was for the Mega Stones.
Yeah, Mega Stones. There we go.
Like for the Mega Stones, we have like 30 Megas so far. For the Z Crystals, it's 1 per every type.
Yeah,
which is only
17.
Thank you.
So 17 plus 38, we're at.
Which
math is hard.
Which.
But not everyone's gonna get all of each of them, so somebody might just want to electric Z crystals.
But for Gen 7, we had that.
From what I'm saying, though, from what I'm seeing, though, any Pokemon can go attack on Titan on their enemies.
Which now the whole meme is everyone wants to see a Dynamax Wailord.
Yeah,
everyone wants to see that. Everybody wants to see that. It is the largest Pokemon. The stadium is going to.
My favorite comment that I saw is like, it's like I've always wanted to set my fire. I wanted to always set my Switch on fire without actually having to set it on fire.
And like a lot of people are expecting that the Switch is going to lag a bit because of how much of how large like the frame rate and everything's going to be especially with the raid battles.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say,
with the raid battles, because then you have to deal with other people's internet as well as their having
raid battle wise is probably gonna drop the most and hardest, or like you know, player versus player. But I feel like in game, it's probably just gonna shrink down the sprites and keep that. Big. Yeah. So it's probably gonna either adjust one or adjust the other.
Which through the trailer they did show that.
I don't think it's
it focuses on the giant Pokemon, and your sprite is like a toenail clipping.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad. If Zelda can have weird things pop up and you fighting everything and stuff happening in distances and you being able to zoom in and see it all move around, if Zelda can do that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, no, the Pokemon team has pulled off miracles. Like when they did Sun and Moon.
Ultra Sun and Moon.
They like every game they were pushing the DS to its limit. Like how badly can we break this DS right now? And they crammed in so much every time.
So quickly for the max raid battles, they did it's going to be like co-op, local, and online, as well as if let's say you and me are the only people that can do it, like a raid battle, they're going to provide like computers to fill like the last two.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is helpful for if you need to do it like by yourself,
or it's any convenient time. It's the middle of the night because that's the only time you can play because you work all day, or you're playing at 6 a.m. because you work all night.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be up for a couple more hours before we actually go to sleep.
So that will give.
I don't. From what I saw in rewatching it, what was it yesterday?
Yeah.
From me watching it yesterday, it kind of seemed like people would just like seem to run up. So I guess there might just be this whole other thing where you can just go online with it and you can end up in that area and walk around and there could be other people. Kind of like the Me universe thing when you pop in and there's a bunch of random people running around.
It kind of reminds me of, like, now that you mention it, it kind of reminds me of how, like, for Destiny, where you hop into a world and there's
open world and
in the open world and there's people just like running around and you see them just running around and those are like other players. It might be like that for when you hop online with it.
I'll say, if anything, I'm gonna feel like it's gonna be like a beacon. So like you see, the Dynamax light is up.
Yeah.
And that means it's either gonna start or someone's already initiated and they're just waiting for matchmaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be matchmaking. Sounds more reasonable too. Because if it says, all right, how many players are in this area currently? Oh, we have a good amount? All right, well, let's just randomly set a Dynamax. Like a public event from Destiny. Again,
or like the egg things from Pokemon Go. It's
True.
only up for a certain amount of time. Whoever's there, you have a chance to fight it on your own, or
you can
fight it with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
So it might just be exactly like that, where there's just this beacon that you can go by yourself, or you can go with a partner, or just other people will be there. It could just be a timed thing.
So, with a few more like points left in the direct, we have the new characters introduced in here. And first, let's talk about Leon, he's the champion of the Galar region.
Undefeated,
flawless. Air quotes, flawless.
So you saw the theory where he's actually the evil bad guy. He's rigging games.
A lot of people
He's been rigging games to keep himself up top, and he's paying people off.
A lot of people are saying that he's going to be like the Guzma like of the game, like you can tell he's gonna be the bad guy
with that cape.
Or
no
maybe
one's that arrogant.
But then again, it's Europe; they're very flamboyant. And have you seen Fashion Week? Super weird.
I just don't like his shorts.
I'm
mentioning that right now.
School. I know what.
Oh yeah, I forget that all the time.
But
you don't bring it up often.
I don't do it anymore.
Like the fact that we knew each other in middle school. I knew her before you did.
I know, you mentioned that plenty.
I love it. It's funny.
It's brought up every podcast.
It's freaking hilarious. I don't know why.
I don't know. He gives me a weird feeling.
It's like I
feel like that's probably right.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like either that or he's just a weirdo. They really pushed it about how nice and awesome.
He's too perfect.
He is. They really pushed it. Like, there was more nice stuff to say about how nice the guy was than most of the other, like,
but
big people.
Then again, it is a children's game.
No, this one was weird.
Also, can you fix my Evoltal? He's completely fallen over. My bacon wing boy.
I don't mind Leon as a character himself. I don't like that I get why they did it, but from like the waist up, love his design. He looks pretty dope.
And shorts.
Then you look down and super short shorts. No, thank you.
I'm down for super. I mean, he's gotta wear something to cover those legs when it's cold.
But like he can wear like normal pants and everything. Like he could wear like normal pants, but I get the design because it's based off of like soccer sporty look. I get that. Being like on the feet, it makes me think that I just got my Pokemon last week. You're going down. Like he's going to
take
get,
a 10-year-old.
Which I think in Gen 5, like there was another character that had like a 99 win streak, and then he faced us, and I'm like, this is gonna be like my 100th victory.
Yeet.
Right. Like it's just that kind of weirdness to him. But then we have his younger brother, Hop.
Hop.
I feel like he was robbed of a name.
I think that's a very cute name for him.
It's cute.
I actually really like
what
Hop.
parent names their child Hop?
What parent names their child Hugh?
How?
Like,
it's Hawaiian though. They have weird names.
But
no offense, Hawaii.
But like I personally like the name Hop for him. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be short for something, but I know that they're not gonna do anything. But like
I want to know the backstory.
I like the name Hop for him.
Maybe it's his nickname. That's what he prefers to go by. If that's okay, again, you are just asking your child to get bullied.
Maybe he's Hopkington the Third.
Because I think that the
Leon Hoppington. And he just goes by. His little brother goes by as the last half of their first round.
And I think that like the female character that you play as in Black and White 2 is Hoga. Like, I just find that weird name. It's just how it.
Then again, he was based off like
blue,
Native
gold,
American.
silver.
He was based off Native American because the Pokeball, it's like prayer beads and all that crap.
But like how I just don't appreciate Hal's name. I don't know. It's just me.
I like Hal's name.
I like Hop.
I just want to know Hop's story. They just kind of like, his brother's so awesome and great and fabulous, and this is Hop.
No, he wants to become like
Hop wants
like
to be
champion,
like his brother.
He wants to get out of his brother's shadow, but do it on his own.
But I feel that they're gonna make Leon the bad guy, and then Leon,
I broke your wife.
And then and then like Hop is gonna be like, I looked up to you, and then you were actually a bad guy all this time.
If it does do it like that, that would be awesome. But if he's pure goodness, then again,
how could you?
You can't do the same as it did like with the rival in freaking like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I just can't handle him. He was way too nice. I can't handle him. He's horrible rival. I don't remember.
He's like, frown, damn it! I can't.
I'm just happy. I'm like, no, stop. So the professor of the area got
Magnolia.
Yeah, Magnolia got announced, and she is a very old lady. Which we finally got another lady,
female professor.
Yeah,
which I'm down for.
Because the last one was
you said
not Sycamore. Freaking Juniper. Juniper. Which it was a younger version. Which a younger version of.
No, there's a magnolia tree.
Magnolia tree? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll say juniper is a.
It's a juniper tree.
It's a juniper tree. Okay, so
tree.
Juniper berries?
From a tree.
From a tree.
I don't know what I'm thinking about that.
You don't know your trees.
I do not.
They're all named after trees.
The only one that's not a tree is elm.
Oh, the women's are named after bushes.
I don't know.
But
I thought
but like
magnolias were flowers that grew on bushes.
I'm waiting for a Professor Mahogany.
Bushes,
I'm waiting for it.
Mahogany.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Mahogany.
Yes. He's gotta have a really thick mustache.
We already had that with Birch, I believe.
No, he needs a big
mustache. Not Birch.
Beard.
Not Birch. For Gen 4. Rowan, thank you. And
no, he had the.
Yeah, well, like he had the whole beard.
Sideburns. He needs sideburns.
But like we don't really got much information on the Magnolia.
Mahogany.
Except for the fact that she is researching the Dynamax, which is what they normally do, because in Gen 6 was What are Megas? In the 7, what are Z moves?
I want to hear the story for Dynamaxing.
I do too, but that's also
because
what they're gonna do.
Part of it is like, all right, maybe you do randomly get pockets of energy in the world where the Pokemon can suddenly have this huge burst of power that makes them grow in size, and it wears off after a while. But the giant Pokeball, that's what I want.
I believe that's part of the brace itself that makes it larger.
I love the bracelet thing, though.
I'm just saying, though, if it's light enough to throw, but it drops like a boulder.
I love it.
I think that it will retain like the mass of the giant ball. Like after you have like caught it, I think it's more like of a visual effect itself.
Yeah, I get
like,
it. A lot of it's visual.
After the Pokemon goes in it, it does become heftier, I guess. But then like it will reduce like into like the normal Pokemon because when you take it out, it won't be Dynamax.
I would say
like Gyarados.
A TARDIS map,
Yeah.
bigger on the inside
Pretty
than it is
much.
on the outside.
Yeah,
and it can be moved by 4 angel statues apparently.
The best thing about it though is Professor Magnolia has a real cute granddaughter.
Has a granddaughter that's
Mine.
That's
no. Steven already divorced you for her.
I'm like, oh my god. Whew, I'm like, so like, who are you? Come on, you have to make the like.
I didn't even know her
cutie.
name. I wasn't paying attention to them talking.
There was already a cosplayer, Gabriella Cook, who already did her.
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, that was
She
quick.
is so cute.
But so
10 out of 10.
apparently Sonia and Leon go back like as a childhood like friends. I hope not. But they have
touched on
friends.
adult themes. Ash did die in the movie.
Twice.
Yeah,
He's died
twice.
But
the magic Pokemon
I personally
bring
think
back.
that she has a really good design. They did make her a little bit too like adorable when she like had like her hair twirl. I'm like,
No.
definitely yes.
She could never be too adorable. How dare
She
you?
She is a very like nice character. I like her very much.
Her.
I love her so much. Oh my god.
Love her.
I love her so much. She's such a good thing.
Good with the design.
Okay, so next topic is the Rotom phone. They have brought back like Rotom, but now as a phone instead of the Dex. Well, he's part of the Dex.
Call me, beat me if you ever need me.
He's now your phone, your Pokédex, as well as he can make your bike a lot faster, and he makes like your bike go on water.
I'm just glad they gave him something else to do besides. Hey, listen.
Hopefully they don't bring back that feature.
Oh.
Rotom turned into Navi.
Can you turn
In Gen 7, he
Rotom
turned
off?
into Navi.
Can we mute Rotom?
Hey, listen. Hey. Put you on silent. You're done. Never take your phone off silent.
He doesn't have like we don't have like a lot of information except they found that he's actually in the stadium as well as the cameras.
Which would make sense because he can
as the little cameras as well, that's actually pretty cool. Like they found more reasons to use like Rotom than just a washing machine, a fan, a lawnmower.
Other than being an electrical ghost that haunts appliances. Oh, I forgot to mention. I saw Detective Pikachu while I was at Anime Central.
I still haven't seen that.
We haven't seen.
I thought you guys watched it already.
No, we haven't seen that.
We were broke that week. Now we're broke this week. We're broke every week.
Perry, we need to talk.
Oh yes, Perry says in the chat that don't you skip Milo, you cowards.
No, we're actually going to I forgot about that. Yeah. The last character that I skipped by accident was actually the first gym leader.
Oh, Milo, the fact that he looks
Milo is buff.
He's a buff
swole.
You know what it reminded me of?
Oh,
what was the character's name from My Hero Academia? At the end?
Which one?
Power!
Oh my god, yes. I was thinking that too.
Because he has freaking Lucas's face on a buff body. That is exactly
freaking Mario or something like that. I don't remember his name. Like, go get your opinions, guys, please.
No, that was pretty much it. He reminded me of him, which looks like Lucas on a buff body. So all I saw was a little boy's face on a man's body.
Pretty much.
It disturbed
He looks like
Mirio.
a younger.
Mirio.
He
That's
looks
his name.
like a younger kid.
The fact that you have that like on standby.
I love it though.
Like I had to
I
look
like
at
him.
that.
I like him a lot. I feel like he's gonna be all happy and go lucky, and the rest of them are gonna be like doom.
No. Like I see, like
I like him.
I just imagine him being introduced in the anime. He's like, I'm planting. Oh, I gotta get this tree out of the way. He rips it right out of the ground.
He's like that sweet kind of person who doesn't know his own strength.
He's just like,
I can see that. No.
he's like, oh no, I got a boulder in the way.
Seeing him the first time made me really think of Grookey.
Yes, but
Like,
he's also like the
very
grass
much
type. Yeah, he has like
they
that
very
monkeyish
much
face.
built him over as like a Grookey.
If Grookey was a Jinka, it's
Yeah.
who would.
That's what made me think.
And the fan art starts.
Oh my god.
Now.
So the last point that we're gonna talk about is the open world in this game, which finally we have an open world that resembles the Breath of the Wild, to an extent.
And adjustable camera, you could turn
Again,
around.
it's the Breath of the Wild.
Every now and then.
We actually got an
I mean,
open world,
once.
and that is very like exciting for a lot of the Pokemon fans, because now we're no longer stuck in the grid system.
Yeah. Which on top of that, the other thing that I personally loved as well, the fact that it's both Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee encounter where, oh, I see you, I'm gonna go get you,
Yeah.
and random encounter in the grass.
Yeah, so they actually like implemented that fact where you can actually you can go like
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Stop! Like you can run after them because they will either run away from you or they'll go after you, which is great.
Yeah. Again, that meme is like, why are you running? Why are you running?
Like, get over here now! Jem, what do you think of that?
I like it.
You like it? Like, is there anything? Like, I like it.
I
That's
like it all. I don't know.
And I want it now.
I was hoping
Dum.
that Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee was just giving us a taste of what they were planning on doing.
It really does feel like the next step up. Like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was a tech demo. This is what you're actually
It
getting.
was like a hold on until, because they needed to give us something for the Switch to play.
Yeah.
And it was getting to be too long, so they
Which
put
hit
out
all
Eevee
the
and
nostalgia
Pikachu.
strokes.
They just kind of threw in a little bit of what they were going to do for this.
Yeah.
So that way everyone was kind of ready and knew how to work with the Switch and the game. And then give us this masterpiece.
No, did you read?
It's awesome.
You did remind me though, real quick. Sorry, I almost interrupted entirely.
Okay.
Did you read the little blurbs that Pokemon did for each Pokemon?
Not
No.
all of them.
I read Sobble's.
Okay.
I love him more.
Tell us.
I must protect.
Tell us.
If he get attack, I will protect.
Wait, what?
Apparently, he has the Vaporeon quality. Is like as soon as he touches water, he starts to blend in and disappear.
Yeah.
But like if he's threatened or scared, he will cry, which will make everyone around him cry.
That is adorable.
He wouldn't even need to make me cry. Just cry if he cried.
Yeah, right. You just want to cry.
He's just.
He's
I
such a
love
soft
him.
boy.
He is my son.
So,
Though it did raise a concern that like how's shiny hunting gonna work? I saw that like how is it gonna be like chain? Are we still gonna have SOS? Are we still gonna have?
I was gonna bring up that point too.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring up that point too.
One step ahead of you apparently.
Because the way that they're doing like encounters is kind of like how they did in Let's Go, where you can see the encounters. I don't know if they're going to make it where in the battle screen you'll be able to actually see if they're shiny or not. So with that count as an encounter, I doubt they're gonna bring back the like SOS, because that was only a mechanic in that region, because it was part of every Pokemon helps each other out.
Yeah, and
in
then
that
there was
region.
the Horde mode, which was from
and the fact that you can only certain mons can be like encountered through the grass through that little
random encounter.
Yeah, the random encounter that you have to walk into that like certain spot.
Yeah.
So that would be one of the ways to shiny hunt. I don't know if they're going to do like the grass. I don't know if you're gonna be able to Shane. I really hope that it's not in the overworld. If it's in the other world, we're gonna have the same problem as in as in Let's Go, where you literally put your controller down and wait for it to show after like a certain chain, which was kind of boring after a while.
It seems like you'll be able to chain fish at least because you can fish.
Yeah.
They might tweak it maybe. I don't know, but to make it seem new. But I think you'll at least be able to fish. It's just plus how like is there gonna be a nursery? Are you gonna be able to like create your own babies and with your eggs and run around?
Like breeding?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always breeding.
Yeah, there's always breeding out there.
But like shiny hunting breeding.
They should be able to do that. That's called the Masuno method.
Yes, I know.
It should be able to still work. I know in Let's Go they got rid of that.
Yeah, because it was so easy to just
like run around.
Oh, there it is, shiny beard. Cool.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to put 2 ways on shiny hunt.
All right, so that was pretty much all of the main topics that was in the direct, since we had that like information like in front of us. Now we're actually going to move on to the stuff that we do not know what's gonna happen exactly. So it's more of a predictions of E3 and all of the like announcements that we have. So this is gonna be in your department and stuff.
I was gonna say there's still some stuff we can cover on Nintendo, like the leaked roster stuff.
Like anything that's not
confirmed by actual.
Like confirmed, I do not want anything like to do with it.
Can I just mention one thing that I want to mention?
What?
Metroid Prime. Just the fact that it was on that list.
It's on a list.
Is the Prime form actually gonna?
I don't know if it said. All I remember it said Metroid and Prime, and then I got really hard and then I walked away.
No, I've seen it.
Pretty accurate.
I've seen it in a lot of the lists. I think they might actually talk about it.
Even if they don't announce stuff for Metroid Prime 4, if we're gonna remake the trilogy for this winter, I'm all over that like white on rice.
I would play it just to try it out.
There's gonna be we're gonna do a quick spin-off just to satisfy your bloodlust for killing aliens in a robotic bounty hunter suit. Like they did with Metroid Prime Galactic Force. I didn't get to play it per se. It was a filling experience for some, but it was still lacking.
Alright, so like E3, so you. Go ahead.
Alright, so I did some homework, and there is a few points that I will cover. And I'll start with CD Projekt Red most anticipated game, Cyberpunk 2077. It was originally announced in 2013. They just showed a quick little teaser trailer, and nothing was heard of until like last year, where they showed a small snippet of gameplay trailer. Okay. And this is from the makers of the Witcher series, which even if you haven't played them, you heard like they're critically acclaimed. Everyone loves them. It's getting a Netflix TV series.
I really want to play those games, but like I never got my hands on them.
I played the first one, and not for me because of the combat system. The second one, I didn't bother. Witcher 3 feels more my speed, but there's a lot of content to eat, and I don't have time for that.
How is the battle system anyway? Because I haven't heard of. Well, like
Assassin's Creed 1. Did you play that?
I've seen some gameplay. Like okay, so no, not my place.
But in Witcher 3, and my sister's boyfriend, husband, I don't know, my sister's significant other, because I don't remember anything. He plays it, and I saw it. It's very like it's not like dodge, block, and then parry, attack. It's like, okay, I'm gonna dodge, stab you. I'm gonna block, stab you. It's like it's more fluid combat, not like you gotta block at the right time to attack back, or you can lock on to only one person and fight them. It's like, all right, I'm gonna stab you and I'm gonna fireball you, stab you, fireball you. And
so pretty much like a hack and slash kind of.
A little more refined. It's like a toned down like Bloodborne.
Okay. Not my playstyle at all.
No. But yeah, some people like it. I've been interested in it. I'm not going to deny that because I like the concepts that the Witcher series brings. But Cyberpunk 2077. It's just like no news, obscure game, but it's from game developers who made some really solid games.
Yeah.
So people are hyped for it. They're just waiting for any news. Like, they know they're going to be there. They just don't know if they're going to announce a lot. Like, oh, hey, it's coming in the next year. Or, hey, here's a little more snippet. They don't know if they're going to get Final Fantasy VII Remake or Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement.
Well, 3 already came out. So.
I'm saying, though, they're going to get blue walled.
Oh, okay.
They're not sure if they're going to get...
Okay, I got your, like, analogy now.
Yeah.
I'm like, but 3's already out. What are you talking about?
But, before its announcement release date, whatever, it was a lot of time.
See, that's a game I've never even heard of, like, beforehand. Like, have you?
Yeah, no, it's on my radar every now and then.
Have you heard of like that game at all or no?
What game?
Cyberpunk 2077.
You are spaced out.
It was in. I didn't write it down because I didn't know if it was worth bringing up. But I saw a little bit of like the artwork for it, and
it's very interesting.
It looks
it's really good.
Good. I
Like,
just don't. There doesn't seem to be much on it.
Yeah.
They really got to promote.
They said
shit
it was
out of
just
that.
here's what the concept is. Nothing. Here's a gameplay, like 5 seconds. Then that was actually nothing.
nothing.
So
they're not really putting anything out there to get attention.
Yeah, but again, they're using their notoriety. Hey, CJ Project Red, Witcher series. Okay, we're on board. Before, but it's like the Bethesda. Oh, everything Bethesda makes is gold up until recent years.
That's probably why they're hiding it so much. They want to make sure it's up to that level.
They're pulling a Nintendo. They don't announce anything until they feel it's ready.
Yeah, which I like. I like the fact that people don't just they don't just jump the gun and they're like, "Hey, we got a new game. Look at this."
Yeah.
I like the fact that they make you wait and they think about it and they make sure it's perfect.
Another thing, Marvel's Avengers by Square Enix.
I'm interested.
People want any tidbit of news for this.
Just because you mentioned Square Enix, we already know that it's going to look and feel great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder how they're gonna make it happen.
I'm not, as you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yeah.
But I do like what Square Enix has done for the series. Like,
yeah.
The gameplay looks really nice. The mechanics feel smooth. The art design and story could be okay. I have my issue with the story because it has plot hole central, but
every game has plot hole central. Every game has plot hole central. You can't just say one doesn't have plot hole. Every game has plot hole central.
Any harder, I'm gonna blow my face off.
There's gonna be a booger.
Yes,
I'm waiting.
I'm just waiting.
You know what I mean? They had to create whatever, but they do have this. Once they kind of went back and fixed it, the storyline flows very smoothly. It's very nice. And it makes sense. So, the fact that it's Square Enix, who made Kingdom Hearts, who did a lot of other projects, who have written so much, they're going to do a good job because from what I've read, what I've looked up, it's going to be based off the Avengers Disassembled comic event, where the Avengers just broke off and it's a dark time. So it's going to be based off that.
Part in the middle in Infinity War where they just separate.
Spoilers.
It's not spoilers. Everybody in there has seen it. I believe the only person listening.
Well, like
right
even
now
then, it's been like over. Like it has passed like the like.
If you haven't seen it by now, come on.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just thinking.
But it's that point, right?
Yeah, no, it's it's the cliche, the misunderstanding between the protagonists before they gotta fight the big bag, so they got back together and did what. But
you basically what happened in Civil War, like when they actually split up for a little bit.
But yeah, they split up, and then you kind of just play as I think either a Avenger or you play your own character, and you gotta help bring them together and fight a big battle.
I'm in it.
Okay.
That's allegedly rumors and
I
hearsay.
can play that.
But like outside of like Marvel Alliance and like those games, there's not been really anything Marvel, and Marvel has been the biggest franchise name for the past decade from all the movies they've done.
I'm interested.
Exactly.
They've got me interested.
Again, it's Square Enix, so you know it's gonna look good.
And also, I was gonna say but because it's the Avengers, they need to get like approval. They need to work with like Disney. They already work with Disney with like Kingdom Hearts, so I'm
exactly.
Like,
so they already have all. It's just creating the game. So
plus, mechanics Endgame is out, so they gotta jump on that as fast as possible.
Yeah. So that's why people are like it's already been announced. Square Enix like, hey, we're working on an Avengers game. I think it was like last year, the year before.
Yeah.
So literally, if they say, hey, in the next year, this game will be out, like probably late 2020. 2021. Yeah, it's a year or two, but considering everything Marvel has done and the fact that they stayed relevant for 10 years with their movies and just one-up themselves, and they're moving into a new phase,
Yeah.
they can easily just ride the coattails for that for a while. So, like I said, Square Enix, you know, it's going to be designed great. Because they, I didn't really, like I said, I don't play the games, but there were some collaboration events they did with Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And the armor designs were fucking phenomenal. They were just phenomenal. I saw it one of the designs as a statue at GameStop. I didn't buy it because I didn't have the money at the time. Loved it. It was so cool. So cool. But that's, again, people just want any news from this game. Because it's Marvel Avengers. Everyone loves that right now. It's Square Enix. Some of the best story writing and gameplay design and character design.
Plus, they don't know when the next Avengers anything they're going to get anytime soon.
Yeah. I'll say, Spider-Man PS4, everyone loved that.
Yeah.
It's not the same developers or anything, but they did.
I never play it, but like it
looks
looks great.
It looks good.
I've
watched my brother play it.
Played it. I know.
It's really good.
He talked about how he loved it.
It's really good. He loves it.
Then, next thing. This one I'm actually both on the hype train, but also there is so much skepticism. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Nah.
Not a Star Wars fan, so I wouldn't know much about it.
Well, to put some perspective, EA has trashed anything Star Wars. Battlefront and Battlefront 2 have been massive failures, and because of the monetization and the greediness that EA has put into it, has sullied anything that is Star Wars right now. And it doesn't help that, some people have liked the movies, but the movies overall have not been overwhelmingly positive reception. Yeah. It's like 60%.
Especially with like the more like Star Wars...
more entrenched franchisees are like...
Because now we have like 3 more movies coming out for it too, so...
And then the spin-offs and...
So the popularity is still there, but not as phenomenal as it should be.
Exactly. So, but to put in perspective for the game, like I said, Battlefront by EA was a failure.
That's alright.
But there was a game that was like either Knights of the Old Republic or another one. It was an RPG.
I heard about that one.
They were. I played them. I didn't own them, but I went to my cousin's house to play them. Phenomenal. You played as your own character. You created your own lightsaber. You did so much. It was so awesome. And people are like, okay, it's EA. They're gonna mess this up. But it's also being made by Respawn, who made Titanfall. Even though it wasn't a commercial success, for the people who did play it, they're like, this gameplay is amazing. The shooting feels great. The Titan mechanic feels awesome, like the robot. Yeah. And, you know, they also, you know, from that they made their spin-off Apex Legend, which is their free-to-play battle royale, which slapped Fortnite across the face and say, I'm the king now.
True.
So, you know you have solid gameplay mechanics. The story for Titanfall was also really good. I read into it. I didn't get to play it, but I read into it. A lot of people's like, you played it. The story was great. 1 and 2, phenomenal story. And they're like, we're going to make this single player. There's not going to be any greedy monetization. This is going to be a single player focused game.
Okay.
So the fact that it's from a company that made not a commercial success, but a critical success in reception wise, and then made a free to play game that was also successful, they have high hopes for this. So that's I'm skeptical because it is EA and I know they're going to try to find a way to mess this up. But I'm also hopeful because, again, Respawn did some great work with the 3 games they've done. And it's 3 games that have been overwhelmingly positive with their reception from the people who did get to play them.
I agree with Perry in the chat. The only good the only good Star Wars game is Lego Star Wars.
The only good games are Lego games, period.
I can agree with that. They're actually really good games.
They're so much fun. You could waste hours. And
I'm a child and I love them.
But I will say, another thing, Halo Infinite. It was announced, I believe, last year.
Another Halo?
Another Halo, yeah.
They're gonna keep making it. They're gonna keep making it.
I understand that Halo and Call of Duty have like the biggest beef because they're both like, oh, you either play Halo or let you play Call of Duty.
You're either a whiny mama's boy or just you're
a whiny mama's boy.
Exactly. Like,
which one is the whiny mama's boy?
Both. Both.
I just want to know which one I am.
It's like saying
the one for the PS2.
Actually, no.
Not Halo one.
I'm trying to think of a good analogy, but I got nothing because it's just terrible. It's like, yellow Joy-Cons are better than red Joy-Cons. I'm like, no, they're still Joy-Cons. It doesn't matter the color. A rose by any
Yeah.
color is still a rose. By any other name is whatever. So I'm like, whatever. So they just want news on Halo Infinite. What's the direction? Allegedly, they're gonna make it a little more RPG-ish, where player decision matters, but at the same time, it is a Halo game.
So, wasn't like Destiny inspired off of Halo, right?
Yeah, because
So
the original creators
Halo's
were
trying to
Bungie.
be like, we kind of like what you're doing there.
Oh, I
Destiny.
have a blurb about Destiny 2, and that's gonna be at the end of my E3.
Yeah, no,
Destiny
that's
can
that.
be last.
It is the last. I already decided that, even though it's
But it's
not
just
last
like,
on the list.
Like
it is
Halo's
last.
gonna be like, I like what you're doing there, Destiny. We might actually like your level up system real quick. Let
It's
me try
almost like the original creators know what the hell they're doing with a shooter.
Oh, where did all our people who were buying our games go? Oh, they're buying Destiny games.
Yeah. So
And
We
then
gotta
returning it.
catch up.
And then return like a month later.
That's fair. Again, Destiny can
Yeah,
be
you
rough.
did.
Which
No,
You
I
still have it?
I still have,
I
like
have-
Destiny 1. I don't have Destiny 2.
You didn't buy Destiny 2.
Then hold off until I finish my E3
Yeah.
blurb. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They're pulling a God of War, where they're gonna do Modern Warfare to errata the old Modern Warfare, but they're going
Back.
to the roots.
They're going back to the
It's like-
roots. They getting rid of all of the futuristic stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
okay,
So you were actually kept up on
No.
this because I wonder why.
no, like my
I
coworker,
read-
like actually, like,
I read about
like he told me about this.
I also figured Juan,
because I was a little
Juan
No.
Piggy Black would be throwing this
He,
No.
at you.
he didn't know.
Oh wow.
Think he
So
knows.
after around 2009ish, I believe, or like 2010, when they introduced like Call of Duty Ghost, Black Ops 3, and like everything, like after that they went too futuristic, where like you can start flying everywhere, like hovering everywhere. It's like it became a little too
They
much.
tried to pull a Destiny.
They tried to pull a Destiny before like Destiny was even a thing too.
No, Destiny was out. Destiny's like on its 5th year this year now.
Was it like the first Destiny?
Yeah, the first Destiny
Oh.
released way back when it was on the 360.
Okay, so like it was like it was something that like they were trying to be like
I would
ahead of the game.
hopefully know.
Well, like they were trying to be like ahead of the game.
Well, Destiny was out when they started going futuristic, and yeah. So that was the gripe about that. Like, oh, you're trying to copy Destiny because it's got its own success. And
I'm interested.
Like I said-
I like Call of Duty. I didn't like it when they started going super futuristic because it just didn't click with me. It didn't feel like I was playing the game.
if I honestly feel like they were trying to push something that didn't need to be pushed yet.
I liked that they had futuristic like bases to run around, but it was just too much. They needed to make it
Yeah, that's what that's what,
different.
what they should have done is like, here's our prototype stuff that you can play around with. The fact that it's like, oh hey, you can now run on walls all day. It should have been like, oh hey, you have a item supply drop after 10 kills. You get this item that lets you run on a wall for 5 seconds. That's it. It should have been like a quick taste and then run. Taste it and you're done. Not a here, have
They
the
were
whole turkey.
They were trying to be ahead of the game, like especially like since their main like competitor was Halo at the time.
Halo and then
So
Destiny.
like they were trying to be like, okay, they're still enjoying what they're doing. Let's try to bring those people over to us. Which I get what they're doing, but they didn't.
They were trying to double dip.
Their what's the word? Execution wasn't
Concept
perfect.
good. That's what I'm saying though. Like it should, like you said, it should have been like, oh, here's prototype bases where you can find these cool toys. If you get 10, 15 kills, you can get this jetpack that helps you jump further once or twice, whatever. Which I feel like it would have been more.
I did enjoy the game. So like, Ghost was horrible.
I didn't play it.
Black Ops 3 was decent. I enjoyed it.
I like 2 and 3.
But then they had to go back to the original, which now they're doing, which I'm very grateful. Which I might now give it a chance again. I did not play Black Ops 4 though.
I'll give it a chance because I love. Oh no, it was 1 and 2. 1 and 2
It was 1 and 2.
were my favorites, and they had some futuristic stuff in there. But once they started making you like jump along walls and stuff, I'm sorry, but like there are people who play that game so much that they just like overdo it and then they get really cocky. And I know that's every game, but like,
oh yeah, no, the sweaties,
I
tryhards.
don't have the ability in my brain to hands to jump on a wall,
AKA
aim, shoot somebody. Like, my eyeballs will implode.
There's a finite amount of hand-eye coordination you have.
I agree that they should have probably not just jumped in and completely changed the game to something else. They should have kept the actual, like, you're in war, you're running around shooting the enemy, instead of, sup guys, it's future war.
I'm saying, I'm going to get very NSFW real quick. It's like, hey, just the tip, and then just going full in, and
pretty much.
That's what they did to the player base, and the player base was not happy.
No.
They're like, nope.
Like, we'll play it, but because we have to.
We're not going to be happy about it. Alright, next thing would be Borderlands 3.
Again, I need to play through the first two, because I've never played like Borderlands. I tried it once, slightly enjoyed it, but again, I was also being like carried through the game, so it wasn't fun for me at that time. But if I'm actually able to get into the game, I would be more than happy to, because I know that that whole like franchise is well known and
it's
loved.
It's just a shoot 'em up. It's all it is. It's shoot 'em up, and that sometimes you just need senseless, pointless violence to get a good laugh.
Yeah.
Like, I played the crap out of Borderlands 2, like all the DLC, like Tiny Tina's Assault, Bunkers and Badasses. It was like Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. It was based off a D&D game.
Yeah.
And I did not expect to cry at the end of that little DLC, but I cried. It's sad. I'll let you wonder why, because chat, don't spoil it.
But like even with that,
just more news on Borderlands 3.
It's also nice. More like the game itself like reminds me a little bit of like GTA, where it's pretty much free game, like where
you do whatever you want,
but has a level up system.
Yeah.
Which is okay. So I might be a little bit iffy on that, but I definitely want to try it.
Like GTA
I'll definitely be getting Borderlands 3 on release, so if you don't feel like getting it, I'll just let you borrow it. I'll let you play it for like the first hour, 2 hours, whatever. So for a week, basically 2 weeks, let you borrow the game. So pretty much between podcasts, I guess, play it once. And if you don't like it, you can bring it back, and then we'll just say, not for me. I know I'm going to play it. I know I'm going to enjoy it, because I haven't played I'm going to enjoy it. But just more news on Borderlands 3 for E3 would be perfect. They know they're going to be there, so they're just waiting for more news. Yeah. They're hoping a release date, but if not, they just want more. Then would be Gears of War 5.
I've never played 1 through 4 and did not really know anything. My whole meme was like, where's my wife? No.
Which technically it's 6 Gears of War games, because there was Gears of War Judgment, which was a prequel.
So that whole series, I never was a fan of. I'm not a fan of over-the-shoulder shooters.
Yeah, third person.
Yeah, not a fan.
It's a lot of people didn't like that.
In third,
you can see like the back of the person's
head.
Third person.
Like how like Fortnite is.
Yeah.
I don't get
like
first, second, third, fifth, seventh.
But I didn't play the fourth one. Well, the fourth one in the chronological entry, but I did play 1 through 3 and Judgment. Overall, the game, it feels pretty good. It is freaking Cliff Bleszinski's creation.
Yeah.
So he did make Unreal Tournament, which is a game that's still played today. So it's a good game overall. There is a definitive fan base for it, that people enjoy it.
Yeah.
They just want more news. Like, so far, from what I've saw, is that the protagonist, you're a female this time. You're a female protagonist.
Okay.
And apparently, like, there's a whole thing where you have locust-born people, which is the enemy race. So you're half human. You're a freaking halfling, apparently. And you have a bunch of returning characters. Yeah, no. So you're a protagonist that's neither wanted by one side or the other, but wanted by both sides. You're basically torn between two. I don't know where this is going to go with the story, but it sounds interesting.
That is.
It really does. But that's it. People just want news on Gears of War 5. Maybe a release date. We're probably going to get a release date because, Gears of War moves pretty quickly. Their development time moves pretty quickly because it's pretty consistent, and it's just updating. If not for this gen, they're hoping that they announce next gen, and it's going to be a launch title.
I can see that.
Because it would bring in people, because Gears of War is a huge franchise. Halo's a huge franchise for Microsoft. And if they say, hey, the new Xbox 2, because Xbox One, naming convention, screw chronological order. If they say, hey, this is going to be coming out December next year, you can get the brand new Xbox, and you will get to play Halo Infinite and Gears of War 5, and then whatever indie titles they can get onto their site, you know people will go there.
Yeah.
Especially when they added, now that Xbox One has backwards compatibility. I cannot say compatibility today. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
If they can get... Oh, right, yeah. We have backwards compatibility, and here's the launch titles. Only certain games will be backwards compatible. So, like, all of Halo will be backwards compatible, and Gears of War. You know people will buy it because everyone loves Halo. People have been playing Halo for years.
And we need, like, the PS4 to be that. We need a backwards, like, compatibility
You don't
for
touch,
PS4.
what do you mean?
Like,
For it to be able to play all the other games?
yeah, play older games.
Because we don't touch it. It just sits there. We have the PS3 set up. Oh no, the PS4 is set up for Netflix and Hulu for the house. For me and you.
No, the PS4 is in the room. The PS4 is in the living room because we can't do much with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone else just uses it as Netflix.
So that's actually a lot more of a side note. It's most likely not going to be announced, but it probably is because specs have already been released
For
the
the
PS5.
Xbox? Oh, okay, the PS5. I think it's like...
And it's already, they're saying it's going to be a beast of a system. So Xbox needs to do something now.
They're supposed to be.
There's
supposed to be a brand new Xbox coming out that they're going to talk about, and it's supposed to be like a all digital one. You're not really going to be going out and buying the game. Or if you do, you'll just load it in and then it's in.
No.
It's going to be like how on the Switch where it's like a SD card type of thing. When you download the games onto the SD card, it's going to be kind of like that. They're going to make it all fancy, all to catch up.
No.
They're going to make it.
So yeah,
Supposed to be.
they need to announce it this E3, or PS5 is gonna get that hype train going faster.
It's also supposed to be cheaper.
Exactly.
They're saying that this Xbox they're aiming to be at least $200.
I can believe that only because of the fact that the Xbox One did pack a lot of tech into it.
Yeah.
So it would just be refining it and slimming it down.
Yeah. They said that the only way they can pretty much beat out the PlayStation is if they make it cheaper, because if it's cheaper, people are just going to be like, fuck it, I'll just buy an Xbox, because the next PlayStation 5 is probably going to be about $700 if you watch how much money everything is.
Yeah, because even
it cost $500 for us to go out and get a PS4 that we don't touch because they don't put out good games for it.
Yeah.
Which there are some like good games for it.
Nope. I feel like it was a waste of money.
Which one, the PS3?
PS4 was a waste of money.
For you
we
guys.
don't even touch it.
I got a good amount of stuff that I need to get to.
But like, I don't know, like for the PS4, it wasn't that great of a system. There's certain games that are good for it, but I'm hoping that we get some more like out of it.
They put too much hype on it for everyone to go and get one, and then I feel like they didn't do it justice.
And they only had like the 3 good games.
At release for PS4, I did not care for it. But once they built up their library, because I have a backlog of games, so... But yeah, that's not on topic of E3. I got 2 more things before I get into Destiny.
Before you get into Destiny, I have like one thing after.
Yeah.
Well,
quick blurb, Mortal Kombat 11. They just want information on the DLC characters. Because I know Spawn was announced, Shang Tsung, which they're modeling after the actor who played it in the Mortal Kombat movie, and I forgot the other, like, 2 or 3 characters.
It's gonna be super hype, which I think they revealed, they revealed, like,
they did a
the
gameplay
character
trailer, yeah. They did a little gameplay trailer where he can copy you, and then his special and finisher moves, he turns into OG, Smoke, Rain, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero. I think there was a 5th character. But he turns into,
Noob Saibot?
No. But he puts on like the old costume.
Okay.
From the first Mortal Kombat, which was just the colored fast like Power Rangers, transforms into them and does their move real quick.
I know Poppy Flay is real excited for it.
Poppy Flay is excited.
I
knew I had to
all
mention.
The fighters.
Any news announced for it would be great.
On that and Street Fighter, he's down.
They announced, like I said, I think they announced Spawn as a playable DLC character.
For
MK11.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped for that. So if they even just show a
if they
model,
do Spawn, that'd be great.
I will buy MK11 and play it just for that.
I hope
just
they
for
keep
Spawn.
the deaths in it like the really intricate takedowns and everything. Yeah. I hope they keep
I think that they might do that as one of the fatalities from the...
good.
Yeah. And the last thing would be Outer Worlds. It's a game being made by the developers of Fallout New Vegas, that team that worked on it.
Yeah.
It's to fill the void that Fallout 4 and 76 left. Because Fallout 4, it was what it was, but graphically it wasn't what it was supposed to be. For what it was touted as, it wasn't what it should have been. And for Fallout 76, well, if you've been living under a rock,
which I have,
don't bother with 76 is all you gotta know.
Because I've never played like one of those games. I'm very exclusive to what games I play. Clearly.
You are not as diverse as I am.
No, you are very diverse, but I also don't have the money to get all these games.
I've got some of these games on discount. Are you kidding me?
I didn't even get this game.
I got Bloodborne for like $20.
See, now that's way too much for me.
That's true. Yeah. Outer Worlds. It's basically Fallout in the future.
Okay.
So you just go around shooting shit as you feel, and then build up your whatever.
Okay.
It's just Fallout, but in the future.
Okay, so it's not gonna be that.
Yeah, it's what people wanted and deserve from the creators, but they didn't get.
All it means for me is that within a year or so, depending on when that's supposed to come out, it just means that my company is going to do more lanyards for them.
More lanyards.
More lanyards.
Because we used to get a lot of Fallout lanyards.
Yeah.
I wonder why that stopped.
The frickin' time.
I wonder why that stopped.
Which means we're going to get so many more.
Yeah, so
which makes sense.
This already has hype based off developers and creators.
Yeah.
So that's my blurbs before I get into Destiny 2.
Wait.
You have your tidbit.
There's 2 tidbits. For Smash Ultimate, we are hopefully getting...
Fighter Pack 2.
The Fighter Pack 2, which a lot of people are predicting Banjo-Kazooie.
Which seems, honestly, of everything I've heard, the most reasonable and plausible.
And it could be an Echo Fighter...
For Duck Hunt.
100%. Which we got Peach, might not give another animal...
An Echo Fighter.
Like an Echo Fighter, which would be great.
I said, the only reason I say it's the most plausible is because of this one specific thing. The whole Microsoft and Nintendo ads that they did, where you can now, they're like, oh, we can play together now.
I think so.
The fact that Nintendo and Microsoft have agreed to play nice, and PlayStation was being a dick. The whole cross-play situation with Rocket League. Remember that whole debacle? Like, oh, hey, PlayStation, you want to put at least cross-play with Rocket League? Oh, no, we have to think about the children. Nintendo's really staring at him saying, really? The children? The thing that our whole company is based off of.
But the children.
And that's how you knew Sony was full of crap. Like,
yeah,
you're just greedy. They're like, oh, we'll crossplay with PC because that's what they feel is their only competitor. I'm like, no, your only competitor is yourself because you're so goddamn full of yourself.
Which I think even like even though a lot of people are not like a Nintendo fan because they think it's more for the family, but Nintendo is a lot more kind of like ahead of the game with the Switch.
Yeah.
Because we can't bring that PS4 around.
No.
Like everywhere, you need a TV and you need like a setup. At least the Switch you can play wherever
you
are.
Wi-Fi, and have most electricity to
or
charge
not even Wi-Fi. Like a lot of the game you got like local you can play on the train, in the airport.
No, I'm saying though, like if you're playing Rocket League, you're not gonna want to play local. You're gonna want to play online,
but like even with that, like they're like ahead of the game. Why not work with someone that's one step ahead?
Yeah.
I wish they'd do a lot more with Rocket League because I really like it.
They might do more stuff.
But for the DLC, we got a lot of people are predicting predicting Banjo-Kazooie. A lot of people are predicting Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Implausible, right?
It's
or
like asking for Goku.
Hearts character.
No. Even with that, I don't think it's gonna be.
I don't see any Kingdom Hearts for a long time.
Which even with that, it will be like, I highly doubt it because it's just that's a very niche like category. Some people are saying like either probably Waluigi, which I think will be a waste of a spot.
They're bowing down to the meme lords.
Yeah.
And you don't bow down to the meme lords.
Or there was a Minecraft character, Steve.
Steve, yeah.
They said.
People were saying Steve. I doubt.
It's plausible though, because
if they
again,
do a Minecraft
the
character,
whole
they're gonna
Microsoft
do,
Nintendo playing nice
if
right
they do
now.
a Minecraft character, it's gonna be like a meme one. It's gonna be like Minecraft Zombie or something like that.
No, they'll probably do the titular Minecraft Steve with the. They could probably add him. He could probably play like Game and Watch as a shadow.
Yeah.
Well, Perry in chat wants a Mario Kart DLC.
We all want Mario Kart 8 DLC.
Well,
Honestly,
I think that Mario Kart. I think that they will switch it over to Mario Kart 9 instead.
Maybe announce a new Mario Kart.
Because there's no way they're going to do another DLC for Mario Kart when they.
It was a port too.
All of the DLCs was on the Wii U.
Yeah.
And they clearly ported it into
ported
that with all of the DLCs included already in it.
Yeah. If anything, Mario Kart 9 is probably going to be announced if they do a Mario Kart base then.
There's supposed to be another Mario announced too, and another Link.
Super Mario Odyssey 2. You wrote down.
Yep.
Which
I don't know is for sure because I was just writing down what I was seeing. Some of it is just what people want.
Yeah. And there was also the
was supposed to be
Mario 3D.
Another Mario 3D world.
Deluxe. So
yeah.
I think that one would just be a port as well.
Yeah. Yeah, or like a DLC.
And here's the thing. Well, I will say this. You could port anything you want onto the Switch, and people would be happy because the fact that they could take it with them. The only reason I haven't bought Skyrim for my Switch is because I know I would get nothing done at work, and I work at a warehouse. So.
Also,
I would not want to risk breaking my Switch in my job.
I believe it was. I just had it in the tip of my tongue too. We had the Mario Odyssey. We had we talking Mario Kart.
Link, the Awakening.
Like that's another thing. Oh no, on the ports, we even got Final Fantasy X. They ported over. We got the Final Fantasy 9. A lot of games are already being like ported into the Switch.
Yeah,
So
I think they said something about a 7 remake.
They remastered 7. They just made it look better.
They just remastered it, polished up the graphics.
Just because it was very pixelated back then, and we used to.
It was PlayStation.
A lot of people loved the game. I still haven't played the game.
I've never played it.
And like a lot of people.
I don't know which one I played.
Funny stories like that. People were like, "Oh, how you never have played this game? It's been out for like 17 years." I'm like, "Cause people weren't born." I'm like,
that's why it didn't bother me at all.
I'm like, cause like people weren't born back then, so people who haven't been born have never played the game.
Or some people were just very poor.
That too.
Poor, period.
The only way I played one.
Or lived in other countries.
The only way I played Final Fantasy when I was little was the demo that came in a pizza box.
Yeah, we need to bring back pizza box demos.
Also, the Rainbow Hero says that Spyro reignited like it should come to a Switch. I would agree with that.
Oh yeah, no, if they do any of the trilogy,
about that too.
But it's again, Sony has the rights to that stuff.
Because we got Crash Bandicoot. But even then, I think that was a hassle too.
Yeah.
It was like that or Riot though.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Also, like Nintendo tweeted out, back in like for today, but for people like in the audio, on 6/6 that there gonna be a playable version at E3 for Sword and Shield, so we will see more gameplay being like uploaded on Twitter and on YouTube, along with the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. And Luigi's Mansion 3, and also a Marvel game,
which is.
I would just like to point out something real quick. The Rainbow Hero Perry says, "Okay, hot take, Conker's Bad Fur Day HD," and I responded with, "Oh my god, yes." Because if you've never played Conker's Bad Fur Day,
I've never.
You are missing an experience.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay,
I've never heard of it.
I'm gonna recap the whole game and. Give me 15 seconds. Count me down with fingers.
Hold up. I got you like a real timer right now.
All right.
You guys, 15 seconds starting now.
You're a red squirrel whose girlfriend gets kidnapped by an evil panther. You go through an adventure through time and space to get your girlfriend back. And the reason he took your girlfriend is because you are the perfect height to fix his table.
Wow, and that was exactly and that was exactly in 15 seconds. Wait, so you fixed his table?
No. You are meant to stand in the place of a broken leg to fix his table.
Wow.
Yeah. You fight a singing poop. They censored the singing poop in the remake.
Wow.
Yeah, I was mad about that.
Well, like, that makes no sense, but it's whatever.
Do it, I'll play
It's not
it.
here and there. It's not here and there.
It was an M-rated game, as Perry says, and yes.
Remake Ape Escape.
Ape Escape. I think that's all your notes before
Yes,
I get
just-
into my last
Just Diarrhea Destiny.
15-minute blurb.
For Monster Hunter, real quick.
Oh yeah, I had that on my note, but again, I feel like it didn't need to be announced because it's pretty much everything I said for everything else. People want more news.
Okay, more news on
DLC, they
everything.
want the release date is I believe in September. I can't remember off the top of my head because I forgot to write that down. But I think they already got a release date. They already teased 2 returning monsters, and they already announced a returning monster, which is known as a Tigrex, which is a cross between an angry tiger and a dragon. It's insane. It's one of the tougher bosses in the old Monster Hunter games. Like, he would whoop you so hard. Not even kidding. They teased Nargacuga, which is another returning monster, which was like the Tigrex, but harder. Which Tigrex was already hard. And on the most recent reveal trailer, which was a story reveal trailer, in the end, it shows you walking up to a Rathian ready to fight her. And all you see is a giant foot behind. Screen goes to black, and you get like a flaming cut across the screen. That, based off a video I saw off Eric's and what I know, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's a Glavnus. Which is a T-Rex.
We're both like, I don't know.
It's a T-Rex that uses its tail as a sword, and it uses its mouth as a whetstone. And when it does that, it sets its tail sword on fire.
So it doesn't have his... So, to an extent, it's a T-Rex that has his sword, like on its mouth.
No, it's its tail that's a sword.
It's a T-Rex with a butt sword.
With a butt sword,
Yeah.
okay.
Think Groudon?
Groudon, but with
its tail, instead of being like flat like this, it's long and a sword.
It's a sword butt.
It's a sword butt, and it's a super tough bite.
And the Rainbow Hill said that Sega teased a Sonic Adventure remake, and hopefully they will elaborate more on it. If they give us the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle remake and put it on the Switch,
Sonic Adventure would be awesome as a whole.
You're not seeing me for like a month. I will be obsessing about the Shao daycare.
Your Chow Garden?
My Shao Garden would be
I'm gonna come
failed.
in and just find him just huddled up to the computer,
and like
throwing eggs.
Walls.
And like all you see
Just
me is just like
eggs.
holding like the Chow and just rocking
running
it,
around with
rocking it until it loves me. And then like when I
I'll
want the
go
evil one,
away.
I just keep throwing it up against the wall and it turns evil.
What if? Remember 1-2 Switch has just a demo for every.
Oh my god, they put that in there.
They put the rocking mechanics. So you actually have to rock the
Oh,
Switch.
I would love that. I will absolutely love that.
People are gonna think you're crazy.
So it's just rocking the Chow, but they're adorable, and you will spend so much time in the garden and just trying to feed it all different animals, just to get like the different details on them.
Honestly, I feel like they'll probably put something like that out because there was supposed to be a movie and that backfired, so they might just be like, here.
Though some people are saying that was part of the plan. They release crap design just so they can show the actual design to pull people in. It was a marketing scheme. I highly doubt.
I believe it because there was so much backfire against it.
I'm saying though, I highly doubt Sega was that smart. No offense to Sega.
Sega.
I feel like they didn't like it either way, and it was just an actual nail in the coffin. And they were like, I guess so.
What I'm saying though, I want to say about the Sonic movie debacle, the design doesn't matter if the writing is garbage. They should have just let the train wreck be a train wreck and see how it panned out. Like Robert Pattinson being the new Batman.
No.
If it's gonna be a train wreck, let it be a train wreck.
No.
Though they're saying if it's Batman Beyond and he plays Terry McGinnis, people are okay with that. Because Terry McGinnis was a really pale character.
It'd be a pale, sparkly bat.
They already teased it in the Lego movie too with Sparkly Batman.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What I mean, all right. So for your Destiny 2.
Okay, I'm just gonna vomit out Destiny 2 news because you haven't bought it. Do not buy it until this September because basically Destiny 2 and all its DLC is gonna be $40 and free. Basically, the base game free, the DLC and everything $40.
Okay.
And it's gonna springboard you into the new season. Like you're gonna be at 750 power. You're gonna be at max level. It's just springboarding you right into it. It's like you can enjoy the old content and see what everyone else played, or you can get right into balls deep into the new stuff.
Okay.
That's like they're gonna release
Not
that.
bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be a massive DLC dump because when they did their live stream, they're like, "This is a Bungie-owned game now. We don't have a third party that we have to answer to. So what we're gonna do? Cross saves. You play on PlayStation, you can bring your character over to PC or bring it to Xbox, and then just bounce around."
That is actually super helpful, which is what they should have done for every
They've
other
been
game.
trying to. They're like, our system exclusive weapons, raid, and whatever, not gonna happen anymore. It's gonna be everyone gets to play the same game all the time.
Which is better because then a lot of people that are just for PC that would get certain weapons, the other guys are no longer screwed. It's like, I got this weapon. Like, well, now I got this weapon too.
It's not only that, but it's now like people are saying this is a good thing because at the end of the day, all right, say you've been playing on Xbox and I've been playing on PlayStation. Let's say, all right, well, I have an Xbox that I don't use, but I can bring my save over onto my account. Now we can both play on Xbox. And because I already have my gear, I don't have to redo it. And it's like, the more people playing, shorter queue times, less bad connections, more people in the environment. And not only that, like, the amount of info dump I saw in that almost 2-hour stream at work. Because I decided to kind of goof around at work and watch the stream instead of doing my job. But I still did my job. It's gonna be insane. The amount of things that you're gonna get to do. You're gonna be returning to the moon, which in Destiny 1 you remember Crota's End?
Yeah.
We're returning to that area, basically. But twice as big.
Okay.
We're gonna be going back to the moon. You're gonna be
moon.
You're gonna be refighting Crota and all the old bosses apparently too.
I'm pretty excited. I might actually get back into Destiny. And trust me, I was a very big fan of Destiny, but when we weren't able to play with each other for a while, is when I dropped.
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Though that's what the devs were saying. They're like, the best Destiny is the Destiny where everyone gets to play it.
Yeah.
And it's Destiny's best experience with your friends. And I'm like, this is the main reason I stuck with Destiny. The fact that I got to play with these people all the time. Like, hey, let's play this raid for 3 hours because we can't get past one encounter.
But those were the best 3 hours of those games because we would rant with each other. Even you would
hilarious.
just watch us be stupid.
The only other games I've been able to watch you play are if you guys played Zombies or if we played Call of Duty. But I literally sat there in a chair watching you guys do that 5-hour freaking raid, yelling at Chris and Johanny getting pissed. I sat there for 5 hours, entertained.
We still have it on YouTube.
Do we?
Yeah.
I think I have uploaded.
It's on his.
It's on mine, right?
Yeah.
You might have to pull that.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
And legit, it was just us messing around, or it was it's us trying to do a specific raid, but because we wouldn't do it right the first time, all our interaction wasn't forced.
It's welcome to Jackass. This is basically what we did.
Much.
Like, hey, I want to see how far I can throw you. How far we can get across this map. I remember in one raid.
Was you guys doing stupid shit.
I remember in one raid we were waiting for a 5th person. You weren't playing with me, but it was another group of people. We're like, hey, let's see who can jump the farthest. It was a flat ground. There was nothing. I was like, let's just see who can get the first. We literally wasted supers and abilities and weapon ammo to see how far we could get. And we did that for 45 minutes.
Because there's times where you can just have fun with it.
Dicking around was the best thing.
You guys spent an hour each trying to get on top into a secret place.
Oh, yeah.
And then trying to see who could push the other off the edge of the freaking world.
The penis wall? Remember the penis wall?
Oh my god. Or who could do the best dance moves. I love watching you guys play that. I won't play it, but I will watch you guys play it. It got to the point where I was at lunch watching other people play on Twitch.
It's fun to watch other people play. like either they're gonna get super competitive and you're like, wow, these people are like really dedicated and they're
like they can actually play the game.
The fact that they have like the game sense, like, oh, someone's coming right behind me. I know exactly how to turn around, shoot him in the face, then turn around, shoot him.
That too, yeah.
Like I can pull that off a few times. Like the other day, I was in competitive. I killed the whole team by myself, and they were in a healing rift. And I'm like, I stole this game. I'm gonna log off after this. I'm not gonna get any better. And that's literally everything I got for today. Look, if I go full Destiny 2, we're gonna be here for another hour, because I want you to get reinvested in the game.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back into the game though, because
wait for September.
We had a lot of fun with it too, so like that might be like a game that might hold me over.
And it's on PC.
I vote get it.
They're bringing it to PC as well, so once I get my PC up and running, you can get your PC up.
No,
my PC would not work. It would actually stall with just freaking like Fortnite.
Well, not for streaming. I mean, just for you and me playing.
Oh no, it's still like barely streams while he plays Pokemon on the DS. Nothing else.
It's a big oof at times.
That's why he doesn't play Fortnite.
Yeah,
he doesn't like. You don't like playing it on the
controller.
On the controller, you prefer the.
That is a massive oof, and I've got to remember how to transform this guy because I like his transformation. But that's unimportant.
Okay, with that, like those were the whole like information that we had over from the direct and our predictions and all the information.
It wasn't any more prediction; it was more of an info dump.
Which is pretty much like what we kind of have to do since we're like literally 2 days away from like E3.
Yeah.
Not when this actually goes into the like audio live file, but like for the live version, it's more of a pre-E3 conversation.
Yeah.
In the next one, we'll probably go in depth with E3 itself and all the information we got and all the reactions that we have exactly how we did for the direct. Over the weekend, I will be doing more information. I will be
retweeting anything
like I'll be looking at everything.
And if you guys want to keep up with us on that, go to twitter.com, look up NerdySteve007, Nerdy Potato 007? 017.
At KOKT Cast.
The Nerdy Sprout, and then we have our own dedicated Twitter now, which is the KOKT
Cast.
Yeah. Feel free to tweet out at any of them. We are currently paying attention to all of them all the time.
And if you would like to know who you're talking to, it's usually either me or Steven on the KOKT Cast. Yeah.
Awesome Ben 035. What we were talking about, we just finished talking about our E3
and predictions. Nintendo Direct.
Predictions. We started off with the Nintendo Direct, a lot of that. Just finished talking about E3, what we know is coming, what we know is going to be announced and stuff like that.
And a huge shout out to...
nice. Thanks for that.
Yay!
And a shout out to the awesome Ben 035 for the subscription with the Twitch Prime over on our Twitch. I really appreciate that. And very much love to you all, my dude. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And because you have probably missed a good portion of this, you will probably be able to catch it in 2 weeks-ish?
By the time,
between
now and the next podcast, the new episode will be up on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/NerdSteve007. He will have the video up, but if you wanna just not text us, but tweet at us.
Text us.
You can text me. I have nothing to do with my life other than work.
401
8675309. No, don't call that number. It's from a freaking old song. But you can tweet at us and we'll gladly give you a recap. Steve covered a lot of the Nintendo Direct. I covered Cyberpunk 2077, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the errata version basically. Halo Infinite, the Marvel Avengers project by Square Enix, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order being made by Respawn, MK11 DLC, Outer Worlds, which is going to be made by the Fallout New Vegas guys. This is off the top of my head, and I threw away my paper like an idiot. I covered Destiny 2, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. I covered a couple of the big hitting things, the stuff that people really are either hyped about or interested about. Like
whatever's really been
hot,
rumored and talked about for E3. These are just predictions and talking about whatever's already been out, and then
and hopefully for the next the podcast will be our reactions to like everything that happened at E3.
Let's say gladly go on Twitter. Steven is way more active than I am. Jen is way more active than Steven, but that's because Jen is active for Steven.
Yeah.
So you got two people on one account basically, and that's completely unfair. Hacks, I call hacks.
Do you want me to run yours too?
No, I do that on my own.
And we definitely
I'm very careful of what I like now, as you could tell.
Oh, I don't care what you like.
I know, but you've seen my like feed. It's kind of a little
I
more
don't care what you
safe
like.
for work.
You don't need it to be safe
Said
for work.
Nerdy Steve 007, Nerdy Potato 017,
Yeah.
and the Nerdy Sparrow. Is anyone here skilled with hacking or anything? Awesome Ben 035? No, none of us are that
No.
savvy.
We're not tech savvy at all.
But we can look it up and help you out. Thank you for calling tech support. How may we help you tonight?
But on that, we will definitely be like covering like other stuff in the next podcast. If you want to tweet at us, make sure to tweet us at KOKTcast. Also, you can always use the hashtag like KOKTcast to put any of your E3 predictions or like information out on that hashtag. We're going to wrap this like podcast up.
It has been almost 2 hours, so he's got a lot of editing to do.
Yeah, I have a whole lot of editing to do, but on that, for the people that are listening at home, either through YouTube or through YouTube,
or for our live viewing audience on Twitch,
or for our future listeners, because at some point this will be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Working on it.
We are working on trying to get everything either on like iTunes or Spotify or something in between that. We don't know exactly how we're gonna end up, but we thank you all for hanging out with us, and hope to catch you guys in the next podcast. I have been the Nerdy Steve,
The Nerdy Potato.
and I'm the Nerdy Sparrow.
and we're here going to sign off. So hope you guys have a fantastic night,
Be
evening,
kind,
or day.
love each other.
Touch
One
a
love.
butt. With consent.
Consent.
Have to ruin it somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I do it for Caden.
I believe it. Alright, let me stop this.